Good. All right. Yeah, just sort of obviously they get back within 2, and that 3 comes to you. Obviously, what just sort of I guess take us through that play basically. And it's when they come back that much, how important was it just to have an answer in that moment?
Obviously we know that they're gonna keep going. They're not gonna quit. They're a really good team, so they made a run, and yeah, we missed a lot of open shots, to be honest. But that happens in some parts of the game, and I was wide open, and it's probably was like that for a lot of the shots that we had at that time. So just take it with confidence and shoot it and win it.
Just obviously they made it a little bit hard to get into paint, especially with all the switching they were doing. I mean, just what are you concerned about in that stretch in terms of process, and what did you guys have to kind of get right, I guess, to get some better
we got to stay within what we do, be ourselves. I think that's the response to that, and just continue to be us. I'm sure we're going to watch film and try to find ways to continue to have the flow and the things that make us dangerous as a team.
Obviously, the last season, the first 2 games of this series, this team really relied on you a whole lot, and obviously you've still been just as productive in these first 2. How is it different this time for you in terms of still having to come up with that production, and how are you being leaned on differently, I guess, than you were last year?
No, I think obviously the guys know me a little bit more. I think I just try to be a voice to the team, and making sure that obviously I've been in these situations before, so make sure they hear my voice when it's needed, and out there on the floor just continue to play together, be together, and be that person that can kind of settle everybody down. I just try to stay steady through everything, and like I said, the playoffs is a lot of emotion, it's a lot of ups and downs, and we just gotta try to stay porous through everything. And I know it's a hard task, but we gotta keep doing it.
So obviously you're taking on that assignment of having to guard Giannis first mostly. I mean, just what has that assignment been like this time around? What do you feel like you've done well in those circumstances, and what's again, it's a heck of a matchup each of but I mean, what do you feel like you've done well, and what do you look at and saying this is an area where I can do it better?
He's coming out of these games, what do you have to
34 and 18.
Yeah, so I gotta continue to do a better job, try to make it as hard as we can on him. He's a tough cover, but yeah, we just gotta go game by game and try to get better. Obviously, I'm not gonna talk a lot about that, but like I said, I think you look at the points that he had. It's like we gotta do better. I gotta do better.
Pascal, Tyrese was pretty honest. He said, we don't like them, they don't like us. But I'm wondering to ask you, does it bring out a little extra juice when you have a team that you have like a lot of recent history with, and it's rivalry, right? I mean, does that add any extra edge to it?
No, it's the playoffs. I mean, if you need an edge in the playoffs, we got a problem. So this is the time to go out there and give everything we have. And all the edge we need is just the fact that we're in the playoffs and we're fighting for our lives and fighting for something super important as a team that we want to accomplish, and we got to give everything we have. So to be honest, that's the focus.
Pascal, a lot of your teammates mentioned your voice being important last year throughout the postseason. This is a lot of their first times being up 2-0. What is different about playing with a lead, and what do you tell your teammates in this moment?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, to be honest. The games are not the same. I've been in a lot of games, where I've been in a lot of situations, and so it doesn't really matter. We can't look at the score. We can't look at where we at. We got to attack it game by game, and we're about to go on the road. It's about to be tough. I'm sure the fans are going to be there. They're going to give them everything. I'm sure they're going to be ready for it, to throw everything that they have. So we just got to take it game by game and just focus on that game, because it's going to be all these leads or whatever. We won, we didn't win, but the games are not the same. They don't look the same at all. Every single game is different, and we just got to approach it that way. And I have 1,000,000% confidence on my team, and we just got to go out there and fight as hard as we can.
Pascal, Ty said you're arguably the most underrated player in the league. We had a poll come out today, and they voted Tyrese is the most overrated player in the league. your thoughts on that, but also playing with the player who was unapologetically himself, because he said he's never going to change and he's going to go out there trying to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's light skin. I don't know. But nah, man. I think again, he's super duper talented. The things that he brings to our team, you know, is you can't. Obviously, you can look at the assists and you have the impact that he has on our team. Like, you know, moving the ball. He's a general out there. He makes us go. So we're gonna ride with Tyrese, you know, like to the wheels fall off. And I think for me, he's such a special player just because he can like impact the game, you know, not just by scoring, but be able to open the floor for everybody else, put everybody in the right positions, and you know, doing it with a swag. So at the end of the day, like, you know, some people are gonna like it, some people are not gonna like it. I think he's an unselfish player out there when he plays, and he has one thing in mind is to win, and he's always thinking about how to make us better. I have multiple conversations to him about, you know, how he can make me better as a player. You know, like that's not every day that you find players like that. And he's a special person. He's a special player. You know, one of the best. So he just got to keep that confidence, be himself, do what he do. And yeah, some people are gonna like you, some people are not gonna like you. And as long as for us, continue to have him, and hopefully it can lead to a lot more wins, we'll be all right.
Thank you, Pascal.
Thanks, Pascal.